I think one of the things for me that causes separation in me to have a hard time seeing people being able to relate to you is when you're the only dude in the room 9 times out of 10 that doesn't have feet, that doesn't have the ability to do an everyday ordinary thing that isolates you. It's not that you want to be isolated, you know what I mean, but it just kind of makes you just feel like you're out on an island by yourself and that nobody understands.
After everything we've been through, I feel like we need a time to really kind of come together and check on each other and see where we're at in an emotional place and in just kind of our mental state of being, our spiritual state of being going into this. Are we ready to get out there and do this? Man, there's been kind of this shell-shocked place that we're coming from for the last season, and so I want to call all the guys together for us just to come together and get to talk about what has happened, and then are we ready to move into this next season? I know it's hard to find a spot to do this everywhere.
Right.
And I mean, the whole idea is to get together, and that's kind of the commitment I think we made to each other after going through such a nasty last couple of years. And the journey that you've been on, man, when was it when we first went to the doc?
Yeah, I was 18 when we went, and I had some skin, almost like boils, but not really.
I remember.
So we went to the doc, and she said, no, this is triglycerides, and your cholesterol's too high, and just started, my whole lipid panel was not in good shape. I would just find cuts on my feet, walk through a bad spot, so I contracted a bacterial infection in both of my feet. And so for 2 years, it lay dormant, so to speak, in my feet. Until one day, I got out of the shower and I looked down and my left big toe is 3 times its normal size, you know?
Yeah.
I just reached down and grabbed it, and the thing literally just exploded in my hand. And I remember calling the doctor. I said, I don't think I'm gonna walk this one off, doc. I think I need to come see you. And so I was on some low dosage of antibiotics for probably 7 or 8 months.
Yeah, yep.
And then as soon as I weaned off of those, it started on my right foot. Same thing, the big toe.
Man.
And that's when we knew, hey, wait a minute, something is not.
This is progressing.
This is not just a clot in a toe somewhere. This is, something's going on here. The doc does a drip in my vein called chelation.
Yeah.
Which was great. It's meant to move out heavy metals in your blood, and which opened up the capillaries in my legs that were causing but that was also what's holding the infection at bay.
Yeah.
So then it started to spread, and that's when things got real serious real fast.
Yeah. We got the call from Emily, and I remember because Emily doesn't call about anything really, and she's just crying, dude, and she's like, you gotta come here. She goes, I don't know what to do. I got there, man, and I remember like death was like in your house, dude. I was so scared, man. And you're laying in there just like dying.
Because literally my feet were just
decaying,
dead on the inside.
Yeah. Right.
Because we got there, they ran the scans, the whole 9 yards. The doctor came in and goes, we got to take your feet. There's no bone left in your foot that's not been eaten through by this infection. And so it all kind of happened pretty quick, after that. Next thing I knew, I was waking up and, the right foot was gone, and then a couple days later, they took the left foot as well.
Man,
so.
dude.
I think one of the things for me that causes separation in me to have a hard time seeing people being able to relate to you is when you're the only dude in the room 9 times out of 10 that doesn't have feet, that doesn't have the ability to do an everyday ordinary thing that isolates you. It's not that you want to be isolated, you know what I mean, but it just kind of makes you just feel like you're out on an island by yourself and that nobody understands.
You think losing your feet's the dark part.
Yeah.
First night I get home, I have this dream, man. Starts out just as me walking through the day, just helping people. Oh, hey, Grandma, let me help you put those groceries in the back of your car. Just random, simple, little Johnny falls off his bike. You help him get up and brush his knee off and put his bike chain back on. And I woke up to the same voice every day. Just wake up and you can't do any of that. First day, it's super easy to spot it for what it is. was a lie from the enemy. It's no big deal, you know. But you get to like month 4.
Yeah.
You pull the covers back, still no feet. You kind of start going, I guess it is true that I'll never be able to do this. I'll never be able to help this way. Wouldn't it be easier for your family if you weren't even here? Your kids could have somebody come play with them that had feet. Nathan can throw a football with somebody, you know what I mean? Like, Emily doesn't have to start her day doing a million different things just to get you started. And then that day on the bus, we're back on the road again. Emily and I have an argument on the bus about it, and it just exploded. And I just told her, I said, you know, I think it'd probably be better if I just, you know, shot myself and got out of the way.
Being afraid to actually go to Jay and say, man, how are you? I don't know. I wish I had. We could see how heavy it was. We talked about it, like literally with the question of what do we do? Jay's not okay. We saw the dark just cover him, and it's hard. How do you go up to somebody in those moments and try to help him get out of it, you know?
Going through everything he went through with losing his feet, that was a hard moment, being in that. But I think just the effects of that took a big toll on him spiritually and just physically and mentally, and just really took him to a dark place.
Fast forward a few hours, I found Jeremy first. Jeremy was sitting in a room full of couches.
Yeah, you'd come in and I knew something was bothering you and you were having a rough time, and so I think I remember asking as you came in through, it's like, man, you want to talk about it? And you rolled over, and man, I just let you speak for a little bit and kind of get some of what you were feeling off your chest, you know, and that's when I decided, man, let's call the guys and get them over there to.
Mm-hmm.
But so then, in the day when everything fell apart, and we're in this thing, we all get together, we're sitting just like this, and you're sitting there, you and Jeremy have been talking, and we're like, you gotta tell us what you said.
And the biggest lie the devil loves to tell all of us is like, you got to keep this under wraps. You're the only one struggling with this.
The devil's really great, you know what I mean, at turning stuff like that on you, making you feel like it was you thinking it, you know. And but so in this time, man, it's been so tough just to try to relate with other folks, and that's just been the hardest part for me, is just trying to tell the guys, hey, this is what it's like. Life without feet, life with dealing with these things, you know. And I'm never in that moment, though. At the same time, sure, there's all kinds of things you can be embarrassed about. There's all kinds of things that can tear you down, but also, man, just looking around in the eyes of those guys, all I saw was love. All I saw was concern, you know, for what was going on with me, man. And there's no truer sense of family.